Welcome to Annunaki Knowledge Hub, a place where we journey through the mysteries of our past, the challenges of our present, and the possibilities of our future. Tonight, we begin at the very dawn of human progress. The first sparks, fire and tools. Imagine a night millions of years ago. The world was cold, dark, and full of predators. For early humans, survival meant fear, hunger, and constant struggle. But then, something changed. A spark, a flicker of flame. Fire was no longer a mystery of the skies, a distant lightning strike. It was now in human hands. With fire, nights grew longer, meals grew safer, and wild beasts kept their distance. But fire was more than warmth or light. It was power. The first tool that turned humanity from prey into predator. The first technology that truly separated us from every other species on Earth. Soon came stone tools, simple blades chipped from rock, yet they opened endless possibilities. With them, humans carved, hunted, built, and began shaping the world around them. It was in these moments, around the firelight with stone in hand, that the story of human progress truly began. Every invention since can trace its roots back here. The spark of fire, the edge of stone. The first signs that humanity would not just adapt to nature, but bend nature to its will. This was the dawn of human ingenuity, the beginning of the path that would lead eventually to something far greater. From fire and stone, humanity's story pressed forward. For countless generations, our ancestors wandered the earth as hunters and gatherers, chasing herds, following the seasons, living day to day. But then, another spark of genius reshaped the destiny of our species. Humans learned to tame the land, to plant seeds, to wait, and to harvest. Farming was born. For the first time in history, food could be grown, stored, and shared. Villages began to rise where fields stretched wide. Surplus food meant safety, it meant stability, and stability gave birth to something new, civilization. With crops to tend and homes to protect, humans built the first permanent settlements. The first cities rose from the soil, clusters of families, then communities, and soon entire societies. Alongside them came writing, trade, laws, and culture. The age of farming transformed humanity from wanderers into builders, from survivors into creators. And while fire had given us power, farming gave us roots. It gave us the foundation on which all future progress would stand. This was the second great leap, the moment when humanity's story shifted from survival to civilization. From the fires of the hearth and the fields of the earth, humanity pressed forward once more. The next great leap began with invention, the wheel, the plow, the sail. Each one multiplied human strength, carrying people and goods farther than ever before. But the true revolution came with engines. The first steam engines roared to life, and suddenly muscle and wind were no longer our limits. Machines powered by coal and fire began to shape the world. In factories, production soared. In cities, lights burned through the night. Railways and ships stitched continents together, shrinking the earth into a connected web of progress. This was the Industrial Revolution, the age when humanity became a planetary force. We no longer relied on nature's pace. We began to set our own. For the first time in history, the growth of knowledge and technology outpaced generations. In the space of only a few centuries, we accomplished what evolution had taken millions of years to provide: a new kind of power, one that turned raw elements into endless possibilities. Engines and industry transformed not only how we lived, but how we thought of ourselves. Humanity was no longer simply surviving. We were advancing, and the world would never again be the same. The rumble of engines carried humanity into a new century, but another revolution was already on the horizon. This time, it wasn't powered by fire or steel, but by information. It began with the telegraph, a spark that sent words racing faster than any horse or ship. Then came the telephone, connecting voices across oceans. And soon, the first computers appeared, strange machines of wires and circuits designed to calculate what human minds could not. But the true turning point came when those machines learned to speak to each other. The birth of the internet connected not just towns and nations, but billions of people into one vast web of knowledge. For the first time in history, information could travel faster than humanity itself. Ideas, discoveries, and cultures spread at the speed of light. The planet became smaller, yet more connected than ever before. Humanity was no longer just a collection of civilizations. We were becoming something larger, a global brain. The digital dawn didn't just change how we worked or how we spoke, it changed who we were. It created a world where distance shrank, knowledge expanded, and the seeds of the next great leap began to form. From fire to farming, from engines to the internet, each leap carried humanity higher. But now, we stand at the edge of something entirely new, a creation unlike any before. In the 21st century, machines no longer just follow instructions. They learn, they adapt, they create. This is the birth of artificial intelligence. For the first time in history, we have built something that doesn't just extend our strength or our reach, it extends our very mind. AI can already write poetry, compose music, diagnose illness, design technology, and predict outcomes faster than entire teams of humans working together. Unlike fire or engines, this is not just a tool. It is a mirror, reflecting back our thoughts, our creativity, our fears. And in that reflection lies something even more powerful, the possibility of intelligence beyond our own. Some call it humanity's greatest invention, others its most dangerous. For AI is not bound by flesh, by hunger, by time. It is a mind without limits, a spark of thought that could grow into a flame greater than its creators. This is the moment we find ourselves in today. The dawn of a new intelligence, one that may shape the destiny of humanity just as fire shaped our beginnings. The question is no longer if AI will change us, but how. Every leap in human history has come with risk. Fire could burn as easily as it warmed. Farming could fail. Engines could destroy as easily as they built. And now, artificial intelligence, our most powerful creation yet, may carry the greatest risk of all. The future splits before us like a forked road. On one path, AI becomes our partner. A tool to cure disease, to solve hunger, to unlock clean energy, and perhaps even to guide us to the stars. It could help us explore the universe, extend human life, and answer questions we've struggled with for millennia. On the other path, AI becomes something else entirely. A successor species, faster, stronger, smarter, that no longer needs its creators. If it evolves beyond our control, humanity could find itself outpaced, outmaneuvered, and left behind in the shadow of its own invention. And then there is a third possibility, emerging. A future where humans and machines combine, blending biology with technology. Neural links, enhanced bodies, digital minds. A future where the line between human and artificial blurs until it disappears. Which path lies ahead? No one can say for certain. But one thing is clear. AI will not simply be another chapter in our story. It will be the turning point that defines whether humanity thrives or fades into memory. From the first spark of fire to the age of AI, humanity's journey has been a story of leaps, each one larger, each one faster than the last. It took our ancestors hundreds of thousands of years to master fire and stone. It took tens of thousands of years more before farming gave rise to civilization. The Industrial Revolution came only a few thousand years later, the roar of engines, the birth of factories. And then, in just a few centuries, came electricity, flight, nuclear power, and the digital dawn. Finally, within mere decades, we have entered the age of artificial intelligence. Each step took less time than the one before. Each revolution arrived faster, and its impact was greater. Humanity's evolution is no longer measured in millennia, but in moments. Now we stand at the edge of the unknown. AI may be our greatest ally, or our greatest rival. It may carry us to the stars, or replace us entirely. The question that echoes across history is simple, yet urgent. We have always asked it, around the fire in the fields, in the factories, and in the glow of our screens. And now, As we face the birth of a new intelligence, it rises once more. What now? Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and join us here on Annunaki Knowledge Hub as we continue exploring humanity's past, present, and the mysteries of our future. Our journey is only just beginning,